Now, hello everybody. Today we'll be talking about launching and transportation systems. I hope you enjoy. The motivation for this presentation is present topics related about our travel to Mars, uh, and we are following like a sequence. Like first the selection of astronauts after training, and now we are considered that we are ready for about to travel to Mars. And how would be these some challenge related to travel to Mars, and what are the available technologies to about our travel uh, in a first time for the International Space Station, and in the future for Mars. In this case, is it's possible to see three different logistic systems from United States today, the SpaceX and the Dragon capsule, from Russia, the rocket Soyuz, and from China Long March. In this case, when we are talking about Mars, we can see only the arrival of robotic systems to explore Mars, and more recently the Perseverance rover. About Soyuz, it's important to know the various ways of transporting astronauts to IAS. Soyuz is a Russian vehicle with more than 6 years of use. We we are sharing a QR code. Also, I'll be sharing this presentation with you. It's a very this video here is very interesting, telling all the story about the Soyuz spacecraft. The Soyuz was the first crewed spacecraft, was designed to transport humans during the Vostok program. Also, was this equipment served to Yuri Gagarin flight during April 12th of 1961. This case, it's possible we see like the orbital model, also the descent model, and also the model of instrumentation here. Okay. In the instrumentation model, it's possible to see sensors, also the tanks fuel, the antennas, and in the middle part is a re-entry parachute. This is used. The second part here in the middle is used when the astronauts are returning to Earth. Okay, and and also this model will be burdened in the entrance of the atmosphere, and there's this system to support to reduce the velocity when this part is arriving on Earth. And also this first part here, also presented a detail of docking mechanism that will be connected to International Space Station. Other data related to Soyuz. One of the duties of Soyuz is develop the activity of resupply. It's a was is very strategic machine, not only to transport crew members but also supplies to International Space Station, and also during the moment that when the the space shuttle not was working during the first years of 2000, uh, the uh, the deliveries of supplies was done only by the Soyuz, and this was kept until the moment when the SpaceX Dragon capsule started the operation. Okay, it's also used for long duration space flights, and it's very The participants presents a great confidence in this equipment. Also generated a lot of data for future research about many topics related to human physiology, material science, and space technology. Here, real photo is we can see the model connected to the International Space Station here. Also, the something very interesting during the launching moment, there is a emergency abort system that can be activated if the systems identified something wrong in the moment of the launching. Like 5 years ago, the system was activated, and also we can see here how in the top of the rocket there is some here we have some photos showing how this system can be activated here. In this case, they stay like in one of the models, and this part is going down, and also is activated the parachute to recover the astronauts. It's also important for was important about this program Soviet Luna, and also is planned by Roscosmos to be used for Mars mission, transportation of commercial crews, and also and during many times also they have like the agency receive funding for to about the commercial program, and also something very strong point is the reliability and safety characteristics from the Soyuz spacecraft, uh, proved by during this more than 60 years of operation of this very interesting vehicle. Uh, this is one of the photos you can see. It's not very, it's not very, not so much area to for the astronauts. They are traveling in very restrict way. And something interesting to show here is how they are experiencing the gravity. These when during departing from Earth, they will increase a lot of G forces, achieving until four Gs, because there's a lot of energy to win the atmosphere, the Earth atmosphere. And then when it starts the second moment, the stage two, this G's is going down, and also the ignition of stage three. We have the like three G's experience when they arrive on space. This returns to zero G when happens the third stage of separation. These moments of when the astronauts experience the 3G or 2Gs or 4Gs is, I believe, one of the more challenging moments in terms of the physiological experience, and the astronauts need to be very peaceful to deal with this moment of great tension. Okay, the third vehicle is the Long March, developed by Chinese Space Agency, the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. Okay, developed this vehicle, and some achievements from the Long March. It's the human space flights developed by China astronaut program. Also helps to about the construction of the Chinese space station. Also, they use for the conventional launch services, and Here we have a photo of Long March rocket here, and also this rocket was used to transport models to build the Chinese Space Agency. Also, one photo with astronauts, Chinese astronauts aboard. Also, they are known as taikonauts. And the third system is provided by SpaceX. And SpaceX developed this technology of reusability of the rockets, and now they are developing a new category of rocket. Is the Starship. Yes, also they are preparing a new flight of Starship. And here we have more details about how the area of payload of Starship that we are considering this system to be used to transport astronauts to Mars. Uh, this is the photo of the Dragon capsule here in the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, United States. In this case, there's a kind of a passage when the astronauts walks inside this corridor to enter in the spacecraft. Some characteristics, in this case, 80 meters of height, also a diameter of 4 meters. Also, what more? Also, 6 tons of the area of the mass payload, and the the capsule returns to Earth with 3 tons. Okay, in this case, we have, as possible, see here the solar arrays, the launch abort system, the also the thermal protection. Also, we can see here comparing with Soyuz capsule, is we have, as possible, see more space, more comfort, also more modern design aboard, and also there's a lot of big screens when they see the data from the flight. Yes, and here we can see the case of Crew 7. The Crew 7 was transported aboard of SpaceX capsule. We can see some moments like the preparation uh, for developed by for to the crew. The launch moment that happened in August 2025, and activities aboard of International Space Station and return to Earth in March 12th. In this case, they stayed there around six months aboard of International Space Station. There is also a very interesting video that I'll be sharing with you to watch later. And this is the crew aboard of Crew 7 that now in April of 2024, they returned very soon, last month, and also presented a astronaut from Japan, Satoshi Furikawa. Constantine is from I believe, I'm not, I doesn't know exactly where he's from, but I believe he's from Russia. Jasmine is American military uh, person. Is She's from U.S. Marine Corps and also pilot of helicopters. And Andreas Mogensen is from Copenhagen, and these are some the crew of Crew 7. In this case, something interesting also to mention about the launching moment. There is a lot of opportunities related to communication space, and also that's the case of the NASA social program. If, each one of us can apply to be part of the NASA social program. It's a moment when they bring the social media influencers to communicate about the mission, happens press conference with officers, specialists, journalists, and astronauts. And also I take part of this moment. I'm here. It's a photo with social media influencers to communicate about the mission, the Crew 7. And also regularly, NASA is doing calls for internationals and also Americans to apply to take part of this activity here in the Kennedy Space Center. Also the press conference. Also, these are kind of official journalists from NASA, and also here three technicians from the space program. Here is the Luca Parmitano, a very well-known uh, astronaut from European Space Agency. Here a photo with him. Also, I had opportunity to meet Bill Nelson, the administrator of NASA. Okay, here are some guidelines about how to apply to NASA social program. That is a commercial website. I believe the QR code is for this page. And also there is the announcements of different events, space events that are happening. It's necessary to check the eligibility to apply to watch one of these launchings, apply for the event, submit the application, wait for confirmation, and after some days or some weeks, they will answer and inform if you select or not. And then it's necessary to you have some preparation for the event and something a little challengeful. There is no guarantee that the happen will occur in the day that they are announcing. In this case, sometimes they for mainly for technical reasons or for meteorological reasons, the launching can be delayed. For the next day or for the next 2 days, and this is one of the challenge because if you just book a flight for the next day, and this will bring some difficulties. Okay, and also they normally they have like a small press kit that is shared with these participants in other social space program, and one of the duties from the for the participants is share the content related to the activity. Okay, now I will talk about the astronauts quarantine. This is a photo from the Apollo missions and why the astronauts pass through a moment of quarantine. One of the reasons is prevention of illness. In this case, they are under observation, and it's necessary during the moment the doctors are observing the health condition, mainly observing the possibility to of virus or bacteria, and they at this moment is to avoid the astronauts be contaminated with a external disease that would be brought by a relative. This is one of the reasons that they stay isolated for during this time, not be contaminated. This one also important for this protection for mission success because it's bringing safety for the crew. Also would be a moment for training of less aspects related to the mission, adaptation to microgravity, evaluation of health status, and also psychological preparation. In this case, in this moment, they are going deeper uh, to to think about the experience that will be happening in the next days or in the next hours. Okay, and now the exactly about the launch moment. This is the photo from the SpaceX launching when I watched in Kennedy Space Center in August 25 of 2023. And something important is identify what are the typical moments for the rocket launch. In this case, happens the pre-launch preparation related to mission planning, crew training, payload preparation, also the countdown and pre-launch checks, launch sequence, in this case, ignition, liftoff, vertical ascent. Also, which systems are verified during the rocket launching. The propulsion systems, they will observe the rocket engines, the fuel systems, also observe the avionics and guidance systems like flight computers and guidance systems, and also observe the structural integrity, observing the rocket structure and also the payload integration. Okay. Also, they are also verifying the electrical systems, the power systems, communication systems, safety systems related to abort systems, in all the aspects related to the safety of the crew and safety of the spacecraft. And also important observe the ground infrastructure, mainly the launchpad systems and the telemetry systems. Okay. And about our mission to Mars, we what to do during a long mission to Mars, because uh, each planet, Mars and Earth, these two planets, they are more close in each 26 months. Okay. In this case, if you observe the window for space travel is, for example, the Perseverance was during 2020. uh, 2022 would be a good moment for space missions to Mars, but doesn't happen. And now 2024 would be a new good moment about to have missions to Mars. If you're not enjoying the opportunity of this year, when the planets are more close, the next window will be during 2026. And the normally with the current technologies that we have, this travel is expected to be happening during 6 or 7 months, and it's a long time, and there's a lot of discussion what to do. One of the part of the theories, they mentioned that the astronauts would be under a status of hibernation, like hibernating during a moment of the travel, to be about not be consuming a lot of resources. But it's not a lot of discussion about, because this would be safe or not, and there is some studies about if it's safe or not uh, stay in hibernating status during this travel to Mars. But 7 months is a lot of time that you need a lot of resources, mainly food, water, and the operation of environmental life support systems to present uh, good conditions and safety for astronauts. Okay, and also we need to think a lot of payloads to keep the astronauts on Mars. But the question here is what to do during this long travel to Mars. One of the things, maintain the physical fitness of the astronauts. They need to do regularly exercise to prevent muscle atrophy, bones density losses, and also bring some benefits for physiological aspects. Also, a very permanent medical monitoring, also probably using wearables to collect data from astronauts. The second point is perform scientific research is a good opportunity, like 7 months traveling to collect the different kinds of data, mainly related to effects of microgravity on human physiology, and also collect samples. Also, the astronauts during the travel will be manage the spacecraft systems. Also observe the crew cohesion and mental health during the space travel. Also maintain communication and connection with Earth, mainly with the space agency, probably NASA, ESA, ISRO, depending from where are the astronauts. Uh, During the travel, they can plan and prepare the surface of operations, how the will be the first moments on Mars, how would be the EVA trainings. Yes, and this is some content that I would like to share about the how would be this launching moment, the quarantine, and this travel to Mars, how this would be happening, and something that can change these possibilities is the development of a new technology of propulsion systems because they there is some space agencies developing technologies about the use of photonics for for the propulsion systems. In this case, using the lasers, a kind of lasers, to bring the propulsion for the spacecrafts. If they have success in terms of development of these new photonic technologies, the travel from 6 or 7 months would be happening during 1 month. In this case, this would be changing completely the game because if like 1 month would be very feasible for uh, a good idea because they would transport less equipment, less payloads, and the travel to Mars would be more feasible. And I hope that the engineers have success in terms of development of the photonics technologies that would be very interesting. But probably these rockets based in lightning propulsion systems, they will be using like some nuclear fission reactors to supply all this energy necessary for these equipments. Okay. Okay. Now we will conclude the recording, and thanks so much.